Welcome back to Diecast Resurrection. Today we are working on a custom Corvette. This is the car that I asked you guys to give your opinions for what color we should paint, and boy did you ever. There's a lot of comments there. At first glance it kind of looks like the color scheme is going towards a hot pink or a purple, possibly a gold. It's pretty close. I know a lot of you guys said yellow. Oh, hello. One of you guys said lower the car. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started on this bad boy. And we'll see where this journey goes. That center? Is it center? Looks pretty center. Going for it. Oh, yes. I want to break our hood off. That would suck. Alright, let's drill out this little rivet here. Should be able to just remove the old mushroom here. It's a little dark. Put on my fancy light maybe. And I can just pry this apart. This is a very small car. It's teeny compared to the other cars I've worked on. Like compared to a T-Bird, look at the size difference. A little bit harder to work on being smaller. I think it'll be just fine. There we go. There's a nice red color. I didn't really get a good look at this glass. I'm hoping it's okay. Every time they paint these cars, everything kind of sticks together on the inside. That looks pretty good. A little bit of green right there. No brake fluid needed. It came off with nothing but mustard. Beauty. That'll clean up with a little soap and water. Oh. I didn't realize there was a crack in the window. That's not cool. Kind of hard to see. I thought there was just a couple little chips, but there's a split in there and I don't have a replacement. That bums me right out. Everything else here is looking just fine. This is the very same solution I used the other day on the Red Baron's chassis, so I'm going to just drop this right in here, right off the get-go. Do a little multitasking. This green looks like the kind of paint that loves to bubble. Or not. Maybe not. That's some resilient stuff. Really hoping the color purple wins for the paint job challenge. Even the pink will be nice. Or a nice aqua green maybe. I've got a Windex blue I haven't tried out yet. That is some high quality paint. If anyone's wondering what solution I put our chassis in the Red Baron video, I explain it a little bit. I'm using a product called Limeout, which is a powerful bathroom cleaner that is strong enough that it will eat the chrome off of your faucet if you leave it on there for too long. So I did an experiment on the last video where I tried to use it to just remove some oxidation because it's very corrosive, and it worked out really well. So we're doing it again on this video, and you will see the same results. But that's where it originated from, is in my last video. So if you're curious about that, check out the Red Baron video. Alright. Oh my god, it's eating my glove. I gotta go. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna go give this a rinse, and I will come right back. Oh my god. Almost forgot about our chassis. So this was in the solution for about 5 minutes. I just want to give this a light scrubbing with our brass brush here. Got a little bit of yellow paint on here, but for the most part, oxidation gone. That stuff works really good. I'll probably continue using that on this channel until something better happens. Like we get an electro polisher or something out. I was going to come back with this. The body looks okay. It's a little bit toned up. Nothing too crazy here we can't handle. I am going to give this a wet sand with some 3000 grit just to smooth out the zinc a little bit, see how bad it is, and from there I'll decide if we're going to plate it or not. I think at this point we probably are. So you can see all those freckles on there. That's going to just show right through the paint. So if I do a light color like a Windex blue or an olive or an orange, anything like that, you're just going to see these freckles. So probably give this a little bit of a scrub here just to try to get it all smoothed out a little bit. And I think we are going to give this a quick plate just to freshen this up and try to fill in some of these freckles. We'll see how it goes. It's looking a little bit better, but still not nice enough just to paint over it. These freckles, some of them are pretty bad. So I'm going to give this, I'm going to spray this down in spray 9. Try to degrease this whole car. I just washed this thing in the sink with soap and water and scrubbed it with a toothbrush before this, but this is one last kind of final rinse. Premium Fiji water. Not sponsored. Oh my god, he's got parts everywhere. Clip this onto the middle post. Turn that bad boy on. It's going to let that bubble away for probably, I don't know, 10 minutes. Then maybe I'll have a look at it and probably give it a turn in the tank. And then we will go from there. Okay, here's our car after 2 separate dips in the old zinc plater with sanding sessions in between. I got it looking pretty good. All the dark spots are gone. This finish is a result of me putting it in the tumbler for a couple hours. I didn't machine polish it, and that's just to get a little bit better adhesion on the paint. Under here looks all nice. It's real nice. So I'm about ready to give this a paint job. I do have to drill these posts out, but before we do that, I want to just show you something quick. So this is a piece of my zinc flashing material that I use for the anode. And what I want to show you, I imagine that some of you guys were cringing while I was using this brass brush to clean up the zinc on the car between plating jobs. And I just wanted to show you something. I know you guys in the comments are going to be like, why aren't you using steel wool? And I'm going to show you. Just put wool on this side, brass on this side. So this is pure zinc. This is double aught steel wool. And I want to just show you how abrasive this is to that zinc. Oh, it's a little bit wet. See that? That scratched it up pretty good. I'm going to do the brass on this side. It sounds really bad, right? And that's the brass. Nowhere near as abrasive. And yes, I could get finer steel wool, but the brushwork's good, gets in all the nooks and crannies, and you can really get pretty aggressive with it, and it does just a really good job of cleaning up everything. So I didn't get my mini drill press I talked about in the last video. I thought about it, and it's not very mini is the problem. Even though it's mini, it's still huge. And it's really going to take up a lot of room in here, and it's going to be tough to film on because it's so much higher than my workspace, and I don't know. This one's already got a good mark in the back, so I'm just going to go ahead and drill it. Something like that. The front, we're going to have to put a new mark in, a new punch mark, just to keep my drill bit centered. Something like that. That should work out just fine. Okay, so I had a lot of great comments suggesting what color to paint this car, and I appreciate that so much. Some of my favorites. We had Windex blue, gold, we had a green. This new green is similar to what's on this Mercedes, which would be a nice color. But purple, which I really want to do. The majority of the votes wanted hot pink. So that's our color choice. That's what we're going to do. We can get painting. Wish you guys could really see this color. It is weird. I don't know how this is going to go. This could be a fail here, possibly. We're going to mix up a little bit of this. Wow, look at that stuff. So bizarre. It's like half brown, half pink. There's a little bit of hardener. I'm gonna order a new one of these. That thing sucks. Alright, I'm gonna be very careful with this. I don't want to put it on too thick. What a crazy color to paint. Unbelievable. So the paint turned out really good. It's very thin. It's extremely transparent. So I'm glad we spent as much time on the body as we did, because you see everything through this paint. So if you're going to use this paint on one of your cars, make sure it's something that's got a real mint body, because if you had those black spots that we had before when we started on this car, you would see them clearly through this paint, and now all you see is pure sexy. Getting back to the base, I suppose I can cut these wheels off. So we will not be using old wheels on this project. And of course, cutting these off is actually safer than trying to pull them off, because these axles don't take much to bend. Beautiful. What I'll do is I'm going to put these new wheels on, and we'll paint our details. And we should be able to put the car together. Something like that. Something like that. So I got to paint the grille in the front. Maybe this is a good time to try out these micro paint brushes I got. For this, I'm just going to use a little bit of testers. Flat black. Oh, your old dad. His hands are shaking today. It's so hard to do from the other side of the camera. I might do a dab on the back of these tailpipes too. Not really a big deal, but little details. Alright, so our interior is good. The only other thing we gotta do is fix up this glass a little bit. And this is something I could have tried soaking for a few days in various products, but because this has got some pretty good scratches in it, I'm just going to go straight to sandpaper on this, and that's going to take the paint off. And then I'll polish it up after. So I'm not too worried about sanding this. I'm using 400 grit, just because there is some pretty bad scratches. I just want to sand those out, and then I'm going to polish this clear again. And it should be looking pretty good. There is a small crack in here that I'm not going to be able to do anything with today. I did order this car a windshield, but it was just the other day when I noticed it was cracked, so you're going to have to bear with me for that. I've been having bad luck with windshields the last couple cars. We're going to give this a little polish with some rubbing compound and see what we're left with. I think it'll look not bad. I'll finish this off with some polishing compound. Well, it ended up looking pretty good. Other than those two little cracks, it's going to be usable, so that is okay. I'm ready to put the car back together now. Pink was the most requested color, so that's what we did. It's kind of sneaky how these windshields go in. You gotta put them in the front first. Nice white interior. Got our base with our painted little grills. Carefully put this on. Try not to scratch anything. Don't worry if I didn't use your color. There's plenty of other cars coming up on the channel, so we'll get through them all eventually. These screws are the stainless self-tapping screws that everybody else uses. They work really good. Nice and snug. And one last thing we gotta do is get some tail lights on this bad boy. They're already fairly red looking, but now they're gonna be a bit nicer. So there you have it. That is one hot pink custom Corvette. Check it out. I will get it a windshield. Like I said, I have one on order. I just put in another order at the Redline shop, I think yesterday or the day before. So we got another Beetle coming up on the channel soon. I got something special I want to do. I want to do a custom. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next video, we are going to work on a Seasider. Oh, careful, careful, Corvette. Careful. So if you guys have seen enough of this, feast your eyes on this bad boy. We got a Seasider here. that looks like it needs a little bit of love. I believe this is a yellow. I don't think that's the gold. I don't think I actually have any gold cars. I'm pretty sure this is the yellow. Hard to tell because it's so shiny. We're going to fix this bad boy up. And yes, I got a boat for it, so we won't have something like the Iron Cross fiasco like this car. I didn't know that this was an Iron Cross helmet until you guys saw me sand away the oxidation on it in the video. So I didn't have decals or anything prepared for it, and I wasn't going to try to mask out those Iron Crosses. So I do have some on order now for this, so you guys can relax. We will get some on here, and then the world will be back at peace with this car. So hopefully you're happy with my Corvette. I think it looks pretty good. I also hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.